Hi, this is Deborah Dashinger, and welcome to the opening for the Dare to Dream radio show. For anybody who's tuning in, just so you know, if you want to look at any archive shows, well, I guess actually you don't just look at them, you also choose which ones you want, and then off you go. I think it opens up into iTunes as an MP3. You can listen to any of the shows at my website, www.deborah-dashinger.com. It's spelled D-E-B-O-R-A-H. D as in David, A-C-H-I-N-G-E-R.com. There's plenty to look at there. And dreams come true for all of us. I recently had one come true. I didn't even do any work on this. It came to me, and sometimes those are the greatest blessings, the things that we don't really put energy into it, but in the back of our minds it's always been something we wanted so much to have. Well, because I grew up from the very young age, most of my life I was an actress and a singer, and so the Oscars were the biggest night of my life. I mean, I used to run home, I couldn't do anything, I couldn't even go to an Oscar party because they were going to talk over it. You know how it is for you folks with a Super Bowl party. You go and it's kind of a joke, you really want to watch the Super Bowl, but everybody's talking so much you can't concentrate. Well, that's how it was for me at the Oscars. Don't talk, they're making a speech. Or it was so exciting because I always dreamed I was going to be there. Well, next best thing, or maybe the first step towards getting there, someone who knows of my radio show invited me as a guest to the Academy Awards Oscar gifting suites. That's right, baby, the swag party, the Saturday before the awards. And I went, and it was amazing. Everybody asked me, what did you get? What did you get? What did you get? Well, okay, I'll make it simple. 3 bags stuffed of things. But what was amazing to me, yes, that was lovely, a blessing, fantastic, yes. What wasn't really the standout was when I walked into the room and there was truly a red carpet and a backdrop, and everybody who was a photographer or had a camera that created a film stopped and took pictures of me. I spent a lot of time on that red carpet being photographed, and it was magnificent. For someone like me, Leo rising, Cancer, Scorpio moon, Leo rising, who just loves to be out in the limelight, who loves to be in the spotlight, who this is what I was built for, and to have that kind of a moment was fantastic. Luckily, the photographers were so amazing. The pros all handed me their cards and said, you're welcome to contact me, and they actually have sent me pictures, and they've gone up on my Facebook page. So it was such a great day. I loved it. So today, specifically, we're going to talk about you. And we're going to talk about what you're worth and how much credit you give to yourself. Because when you have a dream and you're living here, but the dream is there, sometimes for some people they might think, I'm not worth that dream, or that will never happen for me. But somewhere inside you, you actually have to recognize your own worth. And I am of the firm belief that if you're breathing, you still have a purpose. If you're breathing, you have worth, and you have reason why you're here. So remember that. So just some ideas about creating your dream. Dare to soar. How successful you are is determined by your attitude. Have the courage to act on your dreams. Leave behind any internal thought that may hold you back. If it holds you back, find a way to change it so that it doesn't become an obstacle for you, because it's only your thoughts. It's only your own self-limitation. Why would you want to put barriers in front of you that really don't exist if they're your own thoughts? Get rid of them. Always have the courage to act on your dreams. Something that's important to remember is courage is not about having no fear. Courage means moving ahead in spite of fear. So have courage and leave behind anything that looks like fear that's going to get in your way, right? That's an internal thought that's not going to serve you. Failure is only a fact if you give up. I spoke today with a woman who sells very, very, very high-end expensive purses that she makes in very high-end expensive stores. She's a beautiful woman too, and some of the ways I connect with people, it's it's somehow divine. It's beyond me. So this is somebody who's come into my life. I can tell you her work is unbelievable. She's an unbelievable artist, an unbelievable creator. She definitely gets paid quite handsomely for what she does. And amazing to talk to her about why she won't permit herself to do certain things for her business because of ways she's been disappointed by people in the fashion world. And you know, after I hung up from our phone conversation, I realized, so what? I certainly have, and had my moments with people who are going to come through or do something or look like this might happen. My goodness, when I was an actress, certainly, when I was a singer, certainly, and now when I'm a radio host or when I was doing a professional voiceover career, on all of that, these, by the way, still run concurrently in my life. I just am all of that. But so what? So somebody stood in my way. Am I the first? Absolutely not. It has happened to greater people than I, before I. But what made them greater than I, and what made them great, period, is when they fell down, when somebody said yes, but they really didn't come through, when somebody did something that felt like it stabbed them in the back. Whatever the disappointment was, they found a way to get through to the other side of the feelings and the experience, believed in their own worth, and then they marched on. So never, never let a disappointment stop you from pursuing your dream. Don't give your power to anybody. You are powerful just because. So remember, failure is only failure in your own eyes. Don't give up. Everybody gets knocked down, and the question is, will you get back up? I sure hope you do. I really encourage you to get back, wipe yourself off, say, okay, that was interesting. Just don't do business with that person again, and move on and find the winners you do want to do business with. Become the kind of person you want to do business with. Emulate that. Your only limits are self-imposed. You are worth more than you know. So I'll tell you a story about the $20 bill. There was a teacher, and he stood in front of the room of his class, and he took out a bill for money, and he showed it to the class, and he said to them, what do I have in my hand? And a girl in his class raised her hand and said, a $20 bill? He said, that's right, I have a $20 bill in my hand. And class, how much is this $20 bill worth? And there was a pause in the class, and finally someone raised their hand and said, $20? Yes, he said enthusiastically, that is exactly correct. This bill is worth $20. He then proceeded to take the $20 bill, and he crumpled it up, and he pounded it with his hand, and then he threw it on the dusty and dirty classroom floor, and he stepped on it and pummeled it. And then he picked up the bill and showed it again to the class and said, and now class, how much is this worth? And after a pause of everybody looking at the very dirty, wrinkled bill, someone raised their hand and said, well, it's still worth $20. Right, said the teacher. Exactly. Do you see what I'm teaching you? Because that's my point, students. Never, never forget this lesson. No matter how much may fall on you in life, or how many people have stepped on you, or how crumbled or broken you feel at times, no person, no event, nothing, no circumstance can ever change the value of who you are inside. $20 is worth $20 is worth $20, no matter what. And students, you are each worth $1 million. Don't ever forget it. And so I say to you, Dare to Dream listeners as well, you have great value. You are priceless. Do not ever forget your worth in achieving your dream. And if anything steps in, take it as a wonderful, marvelous lesson about developing yourself into a better person and your business into a better business and whatever your pursuits are. But always forge ahead. The world needs what you have, because you have worth.